Forsaken, abandoned to the dark, what choice but to follow the flame?
Welcome back to Total Warhammer 3 and part 11 of our Drazhoath the Ashen Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode, we're going to continue preparing for the invasion of Imric and the Lizards, and up in the north, in the desolation of Asgore here, we have built in the high-quality assembly line for a bit more armaments output, and then the marble quarry to kind of offset the amount of armor, or the raw materials we would be using for our troubles there. We also will be increasing the overall raw materials we'll be pumping out from the area, so I think that's quite worth it. Before we go ahead and end the turn, we will swing on into our military convoys. Get another one of these suckers rolling. We'll grab our war machinist up top here, we'll add them to the convoy, and then we'll max out what we're taking. I think once more here, we're going to keep looking for more labor. We get 300 from there. Wherever our maximum labor returns are, that's where we're headed. Oh, interesting. There are not all that many options for labor. We would be spending a lot of money for not all that much return. We could send out some of our armaments over to the Valerie. I think we need those as well. So maybe we don't go for labor this time. Instead, we send it out to the Troll Fjord for a bit more of our raw materials. We want to try the Wizard Caliph Palace. We've already sent them over here. We get even more down in the Wizard Caliph Palace. We just have to travel through Imric's land, so hopefully he doesn't choose to attack our convoy instead. Let's send him on out. Alright, while Harek gets moving, we can swing on back over and we'll end the turn. Alright, our turn. Our Grave has themselves a Black Ark. I am unconcerned. We are down here in the south. Let's see what's going on with Imric's forces. It looks like he has either retreated back to Crookfang Fort here or he's hiding. We can jump on in and attack this Land Mage Priest, though. Are both lads getting involved in it? Nope. Alright, Kevin. So many red circles here. We gotta scoot you forward a little bit. That's right. We'll let Drazhoath kick the battle off. We can try out the Demon Tongue. Oh, don't run. We're about to have some barbecued toad. Oh, good. We have the finest leaders. Now we'll see what remains of this world. Only the strong will survive. 2 more to our recruitment rank for our heroes and our lords. Oh, we've got new convoy contracts. It's about time. Alright, Drazhoath, let's go ahead and chase down this big slimy toad once more. Don't run. Hello. Yep, even though this is going to be a decisive victory, we are going to charge on it and fight this one. I really want to see the DREADQUAKE mortar in combat on our own side for once, and then we can try out the Demon's Tongue. That looks like a nasty flamethrower with 2.3 thousand missile strength. Yeah, let's get on in there. Alright, this is going to be quite fun. We've got 2 checkpoints to work through, and they're all deploying on one side, an interesting strategy. Let's see how it pays off for them. Before we even do anything else, we have to see what the Demon Tongue's looking like. Yes, they've definitely replaced the front there with the 2 double-barreled flamethrower. The Infernal Guard driving the machine. That is incredible, and it's got a DREADQUAKE mortar on the back. Yeah, there shall be no surviving. And with a while here, we can actually replenish its ammo 4 separate times. And I am incredibly excited. We'll throw him up front. We're going to have we can put you in a pretty dangerous position there, but that's not a bad idea. We can dig in. He can hold the line there. We're going to have the blunderbusses and Infernal Guard holding this position. We won't even really need to push them that far forward. They will be able to annihilate the enemy. And actually, we're going to switch who's up front here. Shotguns will be easier, have an easier time shooting over our allies than at least the Flintlocks will have an easier time getting some shots in than the blunderbusses will. Pull the Blazing Beards and all the Bloodbringers over on this side. And I will put the archers up front. Maybe not in that tight of a formation, but we'll put them up front. Try to remember to keep our infantry teams back, otherwise we'll get them blown up. In a bit of a checkerboard formation, we'll have you guys kind of holding the sides in the trees there. Being nice and sneaky. Ravagers, the Skullcracker, all the units we're really not going to be using. Magma Cannon up on top as well. Although maybe it needs a better fire arc. We just stick it up front of the trees there. Don't want to get attacked by Pterodons randomly is my only issue. Alright, Drazhoath. The Immortals behind here. Perfect. All of the missiles. Infantry and the Bull Centaurs, and then the War Machines. Sweet, that'll begin. Scoot you up. All these boys as well, scoot on forward. First DREADQUAKE's flying on in. Boom. Rest in peace, Saurus. Let's drop down the Overcast Ash Storm up front. Slow down those Pterodon first. You can also flashbang the Pterodon as they get a little closer. Hit him with the flamethrower. I was just gonna shoot the DREADQUAKE if they get close enough. They're gonna hit with the flamethrower, perhaps. I wouldn't do it. You go down into melee, you're gonna have a real bad day. Make sure no one gets close. Hit him with the Fire Belly Blast. Fire Belly Blast. The Guns of Tsar. Keep blasting. Let's bring the archers and everyone else forward. Magma Cannon can keep ripping shots in as well. Yeah, this is great. Regular turkey shoot. Drop in the Kadai behind the mage there. Knock, knock, Mosakra. Maybe instead go after these Saurus. Give yourselves a bit more armor. Drazhoath, you go ahead and come on in here. We'll drop down to Flames of Asgore because it's the best spell. Hit with the flamethrower. Come on, shoot you of death. Give it to him. Oh, come on now, flamethrower. What's wrong with ya? Alright, well, we didn't need the flamethrower, but it didn't quite trigger. Interesting. No, I still didn't see no flamethrower. I wonder what's going on with it. Maybe when it's out of DREADQUAKE mortar rounds? Interesting. I've got no clue. We're gonna go ahead and hunt down this Slam Mage Priest and all of his lads here for extra casualties. Good old captured. Catch you in a second. Alright, we didn't lose a single soldier there, and we have been joined by Mochi the small cat in between loading screens. Let's go ahead and transport the cat. Can you sit down? Standing in my lap staring at me? Hidden Rod. And the Talisman of Endurance. All the nice items snatched up from the enemy there, and I don't trust that Imric is not hiding nearby trying to replenish. What I think we're going to do... stay next to Dringo Rakas, but we'll come on into an ambush stance out front. And then we'll have Kevin. I'd love to have Kevin come on down south and attack Krad Toman. Ah, there he is. He fled. And is trying to recruit up some more soldiers as fast as he can. In that case, let's both go ahead and hide. Go ahead and hide behind Drazhoath if you can. Their combined sneakiness shall be far too much for the enemy. We'll get the secondary point into Ash Storm. Drazhoath, let's give you... Ooh, tough call. Woundmaker for more damage since he's about to be dueling with Imric. Probably not a bad idea. Imric has far better melee stats, but our weapon strength is at least closer to on par with him. We'll at least trade blows a little bit better. We've then just got a little bit of gold left. Swing on back over. See what kind of nonsense we can get into. Got a lot of raw materials coming in. I think we want to spend some on the tower roads here. They're incredibly useful. Got 1,200 left. Can we go ahead and upgrade the Fortress of Vorag very soon? It's going to take 1,700, which we could easily do next turn. I think instead we get 100 more gold. Not all that necessary. Not at the moment. We need to get those Kadai recruited on in and either bring them over to the boys' army or leave them. I don't know if I want to leave them over here with them though. I'd love to get some more Kadai in the forces. We'll leave you as is just for now. We'll swing on into our technology. And I do think we want to go up here to the military finally and start working through martial training. More experience for all of our units up through to Ceaseless March. We can get better upkeep. Better upkeep, more replenishment, and more ammo. Ooh, that sounds pretty spicy. Let's go for martial training into Ceaseless March first, and then we'll go for the reduced rations. We should have plenty of weaponry to pass on out. We want to keep saving so we can upgrade the Kadai building up to the final tier, the Great Kiln of a Shoot. It's going to cost a lot, but getting in our first Kadai destroyer is going to be a game-changing addition to our armies. Keep you moving. I'd love to start stealing some technology. We've got 2,000 left. Can we grab another Sorcerer Prophet? I believe we have to do that up here at the Black Fortress. Go for it. Sisythris, the Extravagant. We don't have any death sorcerers at the moment. You know what? Unless we can get someone who's incredible. Sure, experience in fighting against the forces of order. More experience in general. For this guy here, Fanatical, you should get... Was it for all units? Never mind. I take it back immediately. Stealing loot. Effect duration and cooldown. Now let's try Sisythris. He sounds like an excellent death mage. And we'll go ahead and give you your Spirit Leech, and then the Life Leeching as well. Start you moving on over to start stealing tech as well. Won't put the points into steel tech just yet. I think we might want to grab the Tribute Shrine. We'll snag that on in for now. Hope our ambushes work. Before we end the turn, we'll check our labor economy, see how much we can actually send back to be processed at Zarnagrund. The Desolation, we're about to need a lot. Lane of Bones, we don't. Send some back. And we don't at the Wolflands either. Howling Wastes. Send those guys back. We're going to be hurting. We'll have more than enough Conclave influence next turn, so let's go ahead and hold off. Armor and Dash has not been moved. Fair enough. We'll send him down south. And see about recruiting in another unit of Hobgoblin Archers. Hooded Man. I shall take your sons and daughters as my workers, and you shall thank me for it. The Undead march forth. It is war. Interesting. Are you winning yet against the Mountain Smashers, or whatever these guys' name is? The Thunderguts? Alright then. If you wish. As you wish. Quick way down. A painstaking section of your convoy's route has required the cavalcade to lumber up an unexpectedly steep mountain, putting it behind schedule. Once reaching the pinnacle, the convoy master scouts a quicker route down the other side, to make up for the lost time. And the sheer weight of the convoy's consignment, however, the shortcut would make for a perilous descent, which may result in some damaged goods. You can either take the shortcut and lose 50 cargo, or keep moving as normal. Now, slow and steady's fine. You've got a nasty force. I want to see it in combat. Drazhoath's ambush failed, but our martial training did not. And actually, if we've got the armaments, before we go ahead and work towards the Ceaseless March, go ahead and grab the reduced rations. Spend the gold while we can. Weak. Is moving through our lands to hide, looks like. Emmerich is also hiding out in the horizon there. And the Lizardmen are too. Everyone's terrified of our armies. Alright, Kevin. I'm going to bring you up on the side as reinforcements. Drazhoath, the boss hog himself, is going to attack the Crookfang Fort. Alright. Yeah, that's an incredibly weak garrison, but I actually do think, once again, we do want to fight this one. As Imrik is outside and I don't trust the auto-resolve, it's going to kill a lot of our guys, even though we have this much advantage. So let's roll our army on and charge on in. And we're back. Quick jump cut, had to run to the bathroom, and I wasn't quite back in time for the load screen to be over. So let's get our deployment started up. We are having to attack the walls here. That's a lot of towers. And they do alright damage, too. Looks like on either side here we're going to have a bunch of towers. Nothing is damaged at the moment, which is a wee bit sad. We can attack over here, though. I think it's going to be the best angle of assault. They're going to have a lot of archers on the walls, so we're going to keep the hobgoblins back to start things. Demon's Tongue with the DREADQUAKE is going to be really nasty. Iron Demon and the other artillery teams are going to want to start off the fight by themselves there. We'll have you moving in to chop a hole in the wall. All of our Dawies are warriors behind hobgoblins. Throw the Immortals back further behind. Blazing Beards over a little bit. Looks good to me. Blunderbusses can hang out behind them. And then the laser guns can be behind both. Ravagers shoot. Ranged units. Infantry. And then war machines and the boys. We'll get you as close to the walls as we can there. And then we'll kick things off. We have our reinforcements coming in a minute 44. See if we need them. Skullcracker, let's get right on in there to attack the wall. You start shooting at these archers here. Without a doubt, going to be targeting him first with those towers. We can try to drive it around, though, and not take that damage for free. Start blasting on up there. Drazhoath has come on over. We'll go ahead and drop down an Ash Storm. Give them the old Fire Breath there. Not the unit I meant to click on, but such is the way. Oh, he hit no one. Well done. Get that damage in for a moment while he can, though. And the Skullcracker. Oh, this isn't the Skullcracker at all. You stay back here, fool. Fire on what you can. We'll send the train up. Now everyone else can start moving, making their approach as well. Interesting. Got a weird approach angle then. Okay. We'll have to grab the archers and bring them up on their own first. And then the infantry second. Alright, Dark Ravagers, come on in and start getting under these gates. Use that extra speed. While I'll start firing over here, you should actually be able to hit shots there. Drazhoath moving to the next group. Let's throw an Overcast Vortex down the line. DREADQUAKE is not doing a lot of damage to the walls, which is kind of interesting. For an Earthquake Mortar. Can't hit them either. Alright, flashbang through the door then. Actually, I think we could use Flames of Asgore to just hit the wall. Yep, just like this. Just barely off the walls. It should actually attack the walls too. Gordos and boys have arrived. Yeah, we almost brought the wall down. We probably should have overcast it, but in one go, we nearly took it down. Getting fired upon by the gates there. Armor of Contempt everyone as they rush on in. The Magma Cannon has waddled itself forward, as they tend to do. Bring yourself in, Iron Demon. Launch another one of the vortexes over this way. As an absolute rampage on the top there. Skullcracker's in. Let's actually bring it over to attack these walls over here as well. Alright, squad and company. Start moving on in. Gordos and you can go ahead and attack the gates. They rush into their deaths. Here we might be able to bounce it off the top. I was right. Let's go for one more Flames of Asgore here, and I am going to overcast it this time, and I'm going to pop it down right where all these spearmen are about to come out. Almost got it. There we go. Perfect. All right, Drazhoath, let's get on out of here. That's about to be real dangerous for everyone involved. And it casts, blows up the tower. Just about takes out the fort wall. Let's get you into that fight. Everyone else. Does the DREADQUAKE rip it any more shots in where it can? Drop down the vortex into that group of spearmen there. Just keep them off foot. Bring the Ravagers forward. We don't really need to bring anyone else into the walls. Let's have the Dawizar warriors go ahead and take the wall positions, though, so we're not getting shut out by the towers anymore. Although if the walls come down, then we don't have to at all. Pulverized. Got him. Here comes the choo-choo of death. It's just a scene of horror. Anyone that does manage to poke at Drazhoath can get shot at by a DREADQUAKE. Let's get over here. We get him with a flashbang. Anyone who's actually still fighting. There's probably not many of them. Send the other demon engine in. One more DREADQUAKE is flying on away. There goes another quarter of the unit. They still have these spearmen over here willing to fight, though. Come on, lads. There's a single unit for you guys to bring down. Use the Guns of Zar to maybe scare them off just a little bit. They're going to wiggle around it ever so slightly. Well, that didn't work. Chuck in a Burning Wrath. Meanwhile, on this side of the battlefield here, send the trains in to capture points. You two, their super engine. Let's move you on in. Oh, there's a unit over here hiding. Quite amusing. All right, Drazhoath, let's get over there after them. You two can work on these guys together. The vortex actually didn't do it. Interesting, interesting. Bring yourself on into combat. Launch another vortex at him now that they're all clumped up. Orda is going to hang out outside. Was he not through the gates still? That's the problem. Not bad. Charge into melee. They should break pretty soon. I'm surprised they have these two units left and they're still fighting. Drop the Bale Taurus attack on them if you can real quick before you drop down. There we go. Now into melee. Skullcracker here as well. Choo-choo, most suckers. Oh, I completely missed. The turn radius. Blend them up. Maybe don't run over Drazhoath. What's wrong with you? They're brand new, student drivers. I should be destroying him. Looks like they have just the Lord left, and once again, I am surprised he's willing to fight. Can we get anyone up here so they can actually capture some points, please, for me? Great, Drazhoath, you come on up here and beat down on this Elven Lord, and that should finish things off. And a lot of towers, unfortunately. We can bring all the lads in, just start attacking things as we can. Don't really need the armor for anyone there. You come on over and help out. Drop this poor fool's melee defense and leadership. Hit him with an Ash Storm as well. And now, I did a little bit soon. Now they beat the brakes off them. Elven Lord versus the worst Ashut has to offer. There's the victory. You fought to the very end there, buddy. decisive victory indeed. Yeah, Lauren turned out to be a terrible commander. We'll claim this town right from them, and actually, while it is going to be taking up a lot of our resources, I think we also are going to turn this into a tower. I'm not going to upgrade it at all, but just to keep things a little bit more defensive, we can put in another one of those DREADQUAKE batteries in this place as well, and just defend our initial attack fronts pretty easily. Capture and occupy Crooked Fang Fort. A little bit of gold. Nice. All right, Kevin, you come on out nearby. That way we can stop Emmerich from doing anything nonsensical.
A laughable idea.
Hopefully that stopped him from doing any recruiting like he was trying to. We'll soon see. Here at Crooked Fang, let's go ahead and throw in the first little small amount on these patrol routes here. Now that we control all of it, we can add the Billowing Smokestacks or the Masterful Architects. I think Architects is what we want. Vanguard as well. Drop in a Vanguard just to make sure the Crooked Fang stays nice and safe. Gore does. Let's give you... Let's keep working on the rest of his Hobgoblins. So we'll go for Stickum. And that'll look nice. Sweet. We've got 150 now. I was going to try to let some of the others claim seats before we went ahead and did the same. Just because I'd love to spend the first bit of 300 on the Tower 3, or the Tier 3 tower, so we're going to continue to save, see if our rivals try anything in the tower here. Hopefully they do. Okay, so we need to figure out where we're next passing out our raw materials. 2 more turns of the Tower of Hashut is built. I think we want to rush this just so we have access to it now. Spend some of our labor there. Gain the Acer Annihilator, and then we can move in and see how much it costs for the Infernal Barracks. 6,500. That's a lot of gold. But will be very worth it. We'll most likely be throwing in the Infernal Barracks as well as the Temple of Hashut here. Gives us a lot of conclave influence per turn, and then more diplomatic relations as well. Which the diplomatic relations I'm not so keen on, but that extra conclave influence per turn, solid. Yeah, we continue to save over here then. We could probably pass out some sacrifices since it's going to be 3 turns, and we'll have plenty of fights in between there and now. Down at the Black Fortress, we've got just enough. Yeah, we've got to keep saving for now then. Everything we want is a little bit too expensive. I'm going to trust your army for now. I don't know what if Gorst is going to completely bypass who he's already fighting. Pass out the Burning Head, though, just to help with the large groups of chaff undead. And we'll see what they've got. We also have the DREADQUAKE mortar, too, so coming on over here would be a big mistake. Now, do I want to upgrade the Fortress of Vorag so I can start getting the Infernal Guard? I think the answer to that question is yes. Yes, we do. We will also upgrade the Ash Ridge Mountains there. We can put in some walls or something similar to keep things a little bit safer. Don't you shout at me. Don't you shout at me. Alright, labor to be passed out. Looks like we've done everything we can this turn. Oh, I was wrong. I guess while we're moving, it grays everything out. Alright, well, we'll keep the labor in where it is at currently, and that looks good. Moving quickly towards those tier 3 seats, as long as they work with us. He hasn't been moving yet. We'll speed him around one more time. Oh, more Cathayan caravans come through. Yes, this is a threat, so let's get you moving. We're going to use you most likely to start stealing tech for the first part of your job there, so come on down to Krad Tommen. Looks good to me. And then we'll end the turn. Alright, Emmerich has come on over to besiege the Crooked Fang Fort. I'm not scared of you at all. Looks like he did even deliver us a little bit of attrition to start. We will go ahead and give you... So there, a little bit more melee defense. Let's get ready for our battle. Will we be bringing Kevin with us? We will not. Still be a decisive victory. Yeah, I do believe so. Let's go ahead and decline the attack. I'd like to bring Kevin, so he's getting that group of experience as well. Scoot him up. I think we can do it in camp stance, so he has more leadership and melee defense as well. And now we charge on in. Bring in Kevin as well. Kevin the Rotund. Alright, Imric. Go to meet your maker once more. Alright. Clear open field. Unfortunately for you, Imric, this is going to be worst case scenario. He does have the eagle off to the side, which we will have to keep in mind. We'll have the archers kind of setting on up as wide as they can. We do not have archer superiority, so we're not going to have them up front and center. That'd be a real bad idea. Spread the lads out just a bit. We'll have both of the blunderbusses. We may want to pull back just a little bit so we actually have line of sight. We'll see what Imric's up to. And then we'll have the laser guns hanging out right beside them, stopping any nonsense. Let's have the Iron Demon. I'll have you up on this side, up front. Magma Cannon behind. The Demon's Tongue as well, ready to go. Skullcracker off to the side, and then we have these extra archers from the garrison. Awesome. Love to see it. Archers and laborers. And as well as some defenders for the individual weapon teams. These guys all be in one group and in guard mode. All of our archers. Immortals, we're going to throw in the center, ready to kind of rotate, react where they need to be. Ravagers of the Shoot need to get those axes in on Imric's Scaly Hide. We have the sneaky boy up front here. Alright then. Let's get this battle going. We'll immediately kind of rotate the army. Let you guys fire, let you kind of scoot up and fire who you want. I'm keen on blasting away at these White Lions of Trace first. Send Drazhoath forward because he should be a lot faster than Imric. 100 speed as opposed to 119. Yeah, we can definitely outpace Imric. Fastest Bale Taurus around. First shot's away. Now all we needed is for it to not hit short. Right in the center. The Magma Cannon as well, blasting apart those spearmen. Yeah, it's probably a good idea for you to start moving towards us, I can't lie. We'll drop down the Ash Storm then. Let the DREADQUAKE start moving up to fire on the next group. Go ahead and drop a Flames of Asgore, just a single cast. In between. Use their archers as much as we can before they get in too close. Alright, Drazhoath, let's pull on away, because no doubt Imric's coming on over to face you. Turn in and get some Bale Taurus shots if you can. Guns of Zar need to start singing. As long as we're slaying archers, I'm happy. Alright, let's get moving. Nice shot there from the Magma Cannon. Who is in your range? All of these teams of archers? Let's get working on these guys on the side. That's going to be an amazing shot. Obliterated the unit. Go ahead and start firing on the guys on the right side here. Drazhoath, let's try to pull Imric through. May or may not work. Let's have the infantry teams and the fodder moving forward. Yeah, Imric definitely wants to fight Drazhoath. That's perfect. Let's come on over this way. Hit him with another Ash Storm. Start firing where they can. You just keep moving, sir. See if we can't get all of you guys firing on Imric at the same time. Missing the attack is unfortunate. Turn around there, buddy. Some laser shots on our Chaos Dwarves. Let's pull you through. Away from Imric. You're a real bad idea. Shoots Ravagers. Let's pull you up. Come on, boys. Bilal, we need your flashbang now more than ever. Pull away, let you guys attack from behind. Oh, interesting. Yeah, we are getting run up on, though. So the infantry teams need to move forward. Guns of Tsar as well need to start singing once more. And then all of our infantry teams need to start doing their thing as well. Let's lock in Cinnamon. You guys, we're going to take you out of the group. Just charge you into melee. Drazhoath, come on around as well. You can Dark Subjugation this poor fool here. You scoot away from Imric no matter what. Hit with another flashbang if you can. Go for a Flames of Asgore in the middle of all these units here. I'm going to take you off fire at will mode. And just run away from Imric. You jump into melee. Go in some more can die in this back line here. You guys run on through. Iron Demon, let's come blast apart these guys here. Well done, well done. Get less friendly fire. Drazhoath, jump on down. These guys can get some damage reflection on them, why not? Armor of Contempt for anyone who's fighting with Imric. Looks like he's trying to set up another laser breath. Oh, there it is. That's going to be a bad one. Right in the gaze of a shoot. We knew what he was doing, too. I see no real teams of Acer that are willing to fight. You guys keep destroying those archers. Ignore everyone else. Ravagers keep moving into the next group. Imric should fall pretty quick. Where is he at? Flying after Drazhoath. Let's drop his fire resistance there. Anyone with a bow, shoot that idiot on his dragon. Overconfident high elf trying to fly away. I may manage to escape. Alright, well, we'll chase down as many of these Aussie Acer as we can, and I'll catch you all back at the campaign map. Well, in the secondary battle of who has the better hair, Drazhoath once again emerges victorious. Only 78 lost. I said we lost some fellows in that fight. Yeah, it was all the Orc Laborers and the Chaos Dwarf Warriors. They fought to the bitter end. Well done. Go ahead and transport those captives on back. More workers. Oh, and you get to escape. That's even more workers. We get the reduced rations and an imminent rebellion here at the Broken Teeth. Where is that? Over at the Bitter Bay. That's not great. What we should do is jump on in and throw in some walls, and then pass out some of our labor. That way we can actually build those walls in and see what if we can actually defend from that rebellion when it kicks off. It'll most likely be a Skaven rebellion, so we'll see. Chances are high. Let's zoom on in. Make sure that Kevin is the one chasing out after Imric if you can. Both should be able to, so we'll have Kevin initiate the fight though. Give you your secondary point in the Woundmaker up to 678 weapon strength, not bad. Voice of a Shoot gives us more replenishment rate, vigor loss, and more recruit rank for centaurs and monsters. Or he can be better at casting magic. Let's go for the replenishment rate and the vigor loss. That's pretty solid. Drazhoath being the reinforcing army here. And like Kevin initiate, he gets even more experience. Rick might choose to run. Oh no, he faces us in with dignity. We lose anyone in the fight? I don't trust it. We lost 7 and a ton of damage on both of our trains. Yeah, you want to be careful with auto-resolve. Single entity monsters do not fare well. Go ahead and spin the banner on one of our sneaky gets, and we'll transport those captives on back. Bitter Bay has an unhappy populace. The pride of Monstrous Chimera has flown down from some mountain reaches or displaced by some other foul threat, and are causing havoc amongst the populace. It'll be some time before they can be removed. Can we just shoot them? Seems like we would handle that quicker than most. Yeah, the last defenders have pushed out pretty aggressively here, so they are going to be our next face-off. It looks like Imric might be wiped out. They are indeed. Imric is gone. So does that complete our Short victory campaign? Almost. We need to occupy Loot Razor Sec. 15 more settlements. We can get right on that then. Some rats hiding in Valia's Sorrow. I don't trust Clan Moors, and we're definitely going to be wiping them out once we deal with the last defenders. I just don't want to kick off a fight with Moors while we're in the middle of fighting all of these different lizards. I don't trust Skaven no matter where they're at. They put in their Under Empires, and it's a pain. So, this will be exterminating them every chance we get. You stay here, Grumrandash. The ogres, or I guess the undead, want war, but they're not coming on over to face us, which is always very interesting to see. Rush some labor over here and get the Tower of Gorgoth up and running already. Let's do so. Let's do so. Need some weapons there from that battle. And over here at the Tower of Gorgoth, we could drop the amount of raw materials they're consuming over here in the factory. 5% on each. That'd be pretty solid. Alternatively, we could go start getting in some Bull Centaur Torics. Would be very decent anti-large heroes. Or even more Demon Smith Sorcerers and even more research rate. Another good idea. You know what? I kind of want to prioritize research rate above all else. Let's go in here and snag another Demon Smithy for a bit more of our armaments. After this, we will start saving. That way over here in the Black Fortress, we can take this all the way up to the final tier as quick as we can. As far as our other buildings are concerned, we aren't really using... Well, we have one factory over here. The extra buildings for heroes are a good idea. The walls also not a bad idea. We do already have the Mega Mortar, but the walls would keep the city safe from any kind of nonsense with the undead. I don't think we want to spend any gold just there yet, so we will continue to save. Over here, we will rush construction on this building, so we can start gaining those extra workers now rather than later. The extra armaments now rather than later, so we're up to 727 produced per turn. Keep saving our raw materials as well. Anything's getting upgraded, it's over here at Bone Gulch, so we can grab the extra landmark building. Gotta take you up to tier 3 in order to get the timber, though. What is the timber going to do for us there at Dringarakas? Makes us 150 armaments for a cost of 180 raw materials. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take Dringarakas up on then. Pick this up to a production plant. Doesn't cost that much. Workshop as well. No, I think we hold off on the weapons workshop. And at Spite Peak. Another factory in. We want to pretty soon. I've got some jets flying overhead, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause for just a moment. And I'll catch y'all back in this. And quick jump cut. Doesn't look like they're going away anytime soon. And this is a good time as any to stop. So for now, I'm out of time for today. I've been Space Wars in Total War. Remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub phone, and I will see you on the next one.